Have you ever wondered if what you wear to the doctor's office could actually affect your care or even the way medical professionals see you? Most folks never give it a second thought, but the truth is, dressing for a medical appointment isn't just about convenience. It's about sending a message to yourself and to those who care for you. It's one of the small hidden details that can shape the outcome of your visit, influence your confidence, and even impact the respect you receive. In this video, we're exposing the 6 ugly truths about how older people dress at medical appointments, and why your clothing choices matter far more than you think, especially as you age. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, the way you present yourself can change how doctors and nurses interact with you, how quickly you get help, and even how you feel about your own health. Stay with me until the very end, because you'll learn not only what mistakes to avoid, but also simple steps that help you dress smart, feel empowered, and get the care you deserve. If you've ever felt overlooked at the doctor's, or just want to make every visit a little easier, you're about to find answers you won't hear anywhere else. Now, let's get started. Mistake 1: Complicated layers and tight clothing. One of the most common mistakes seniors make when getting ready for a doctor's appointment is choosing outfits with too many layers or clothes that fit too tightly. It might be a habit left over from younger days, pulling on a favorite undershirt, tucking in a shirt, adding a sweater, a belt, or even shapewear. But at a medical visit, these layers can quickly turn from stylish to stressful. Every extra item means more to remove during an exam, which not only wastes precious appointment time, but can also leave you feeling exposed, rushed, or even embarrassed. Tight clothes, from fitted slacks to snug sleeves, might look sharp in the mirror, but they can create big hassles when it comes to blood pressure checks, heart exams, or even routine screenings. For many older adults, arthritis, limited mobility, or balance concerns make wrestling with buttons, zippers, and elastic bands far more challenging than it used to be. What's more, complicated outfits can frustrate both you and your healthcare provider, leaving less time for real conversation and more time fussing with clothes. Take the example of George, age 74, who always prided himself on looking sharp. For every doctor's visit, he wore a crisp button-down tie and a fitted jacket, convinced it made him look respectable. But at one appointment, George needed a quick EKG. Off came the jacket, then the tie, then the shirt, with the nurse waiting and the doctor looking at the clock. Afterward, the nurse kindly suggested he switch to something easier to remove. The next time, George wore a loose polo in simple pants. He felt more at ease, got more time with his provider, and left the office feeling respected, not rushed. Choosing simple, comfortable clothing that's easy to slip on and off, like pullover tops, soft pants, or shirts with easy snaps, doesn't mean giving up on dignity or style. It means giving yourself the gift of comfort and making it easier for medical professionals to help you. By cutting out extra layers and leaving tight clothes at home, you set yourself up for smoother, more positive visits every time. Mistake 2: Wearing jewelry and accessories that get in the way. Another mistake that trips up a surprising number of older adults is wearing too much jewelry, watches, or accessories to a doctor's appointment. For many seniors, these pieces are part of a daily routine: a wedding ring, a favorite bracelet, a cherished necklace, or a sturdy watch that keeps you punctual. But when it comes to medical visits, these adornments can become obstacles, getting in the way of tests, X-rays, or even basic checkups, interfere with important exams. Rings and bracelets can make it difficult to get an accurate blood pressure reading. Necklaces and chains might need to be removed for harder lung tests. Watches with metal bands or even clip-on earrings can interfere with certain scans or imaging. You might not think twice about these items until you're asked to take them off in a hurry, sometimes struggling with tiny clasps or stiff fingers, feeling awkward as the nurse waits. Let's consider Ruth, age 80, who loved her collection of family jewelry. She wore her rings and layered necklaces everywhere, including the doctor's office. During one appointment, the nurse needed to check her pulse and run a heart monitor, but the jewelry kept getting in the way. Removing each piece was not only time-consuming, but also stressful, especially when Ruth worried about losing something precious. After that experience, Ruth made a new habit. She left her jewelry at home on appointment days, bringing just her ID and a smile. Her visits were easier, and she could relax, knowing she wouldn't lose anything important. Medical professionals recommend wearing as little jewelry as possible to your appointments, especially if you know a test or scan is on the schedule. Simple, easy-to-remove items, if any, are always best. If you must wear a wedding ring or medical alert bracelet, let the staff know right away. This small change saves time, avoids hassle, and ensures you get the attention and care you deserve. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Mistake 3, shoes that are hard to remove or unsafe. Footwear often gets overlooked when preparing for a doctor's, but what you wear on your feet can make a big difference in both your comfort and your safety. Many older adults reach for lace-up shoes, boots with tight zippers, or sandals with complicated straps, styles that may look sharp but can be difficult to get off quickly when you need to step on a scale, check your feet, or change for an exam. For those dealing with arthritis, back pain, or balance issues, tricky footwear can add unnecessary stress or even create a risk of falling. Shoes that are hard to remove slow down your appointment and can leave you struggling in front of medical staff, which may be embarrassing or uncomfortable. Even more important, shoes that are heavy, slippery, or lack proper support can increase your chances of stumbling, especially if you're already feeling anxious or unsteady at the clinic. Medical staff often need to check your reflexes, circulation, or skin for changes, and tough footwear only gets in the way. Let's talk about Ed, age 72, who wore his favorite lace-up boots to a routine exam. He hadn't thought twice about it until the nurse asked him to step on the scale, then remove his boots for a foot check. Bending down took longer than expected, and Ed nearly lost his balance in the process. After that, he switched to comfortable slip-ons for appointments, shoes he could remove in seconds, even with stiff hands. The simple change took away his stress, kept things moving, and left him feeling more independent. Experts suggest choosing shoes that are easy to slip on and off, with non-slip soles and gentle support. Avoid anything with complicated fasteners or high heels. Think comfort, safety, and practicality, especially when you know you'll need to undress or walk on slick clinic floors. By making thoughtful choices about footwear, you help keep yourself steady and give your healthcare team one less thing to worry about. Mistake 4, clothing that's hard to open or close. Nothing slows down a medical visit like shirts with too many tiny buttons, stiff zippers, or tricky fasteners that take forever to manage, especially for those of us in our 60s, 70s, or 80s. It might not seem like a big deal when you get dressed at home, but in the doctor's office, every extra second spent fussing with your clothes means less time focusing on your health and more time feeling awkward, rushed, or even flustered. Shirts that button all the way up, pants with difficult hooks, bras that fasten in the back, and outerwear with stubborn snaps or sticky Velcro can quickly become frustrating during exams. This is particularly true for older adults who may have arthritis, decreased dexterity, or just a bit less patience than they used to. When you're sitting in a chilly exam room, struggling to open or close your clothes while a nurse or doctor waits, it's easy to feel exposed or self-conscious. Consider the case of Gloria, age 69, who always wore her favorite denim shirt to medical appointments. The pearl buttons looked nice, but at every visit, removing it was a struggle. One day during a blood pressure check, she fumbled with the buttons, feeling her cheeks flush as the nurse watched. Later, her daughter suggested she try shirts with large snaps or even soft pullovers. The next appointment was a breeze, and Gloria could focus on what really mattered, her health and the advice she was getting. Healthcare professionals recommend looking for clothing with larger, easy-to-handle closures. Think snaps, magnetic buttons, or simple pull-on styles. Not only do these make it easier for you to get undressed or redress quickly, but they also help you feel more in control and less anxious during your visit. Remember, your comfort is part of your care. When you dress with your appointment in mind, you set yourself up for smoother, less stressful visits and give your care team the chance to focus on you, not your wardrobe. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Mistake 5, overly casual or sleepwear outfits. While comfort is important, there's a fine line between dressing for ease and wearing pajamas, robes, or old house clothes to your doctor's visit. Many older adults, especially those with limited energy or chronic pain, grab the loosest, softest thing in the closet, sometimes pajamas, a bathrobe, or an old undershirt, thinking it will make the appointment easier. But this habit can send the wrong message to both medical professionals and to yourself. Wearing sleepwear or very worn, baggy clothing outside the house can unintentionally make you seem less engaged or even affect the way you're treated. Studies and stories from nurses show that people dressed in pajamas or house clothes at appointments are sometimes seen as less capable or less involved in their own care. This can lead to subtle changes in how you're spoken to, how quickly you're helped, or even what recommendations you're given. While no one should judge based on appearance, human nature is hard to escape. Let's remember Helen, age 76, who showed up in her favorite old robe for a routine checkup. She felt relaxed, but noticed the nurse spoke more slowly and explained things she already knew. After switching to comfortable pants and a simple sweater for her next visit, Helen felt a clear difference. The doctor seemed more attentive, and she left feeling respected and empowered. Choosing comfortable, neat, everyday clothing for appointments, like soft pull-on pants, a cotton top, or a warm cardigan, strikes the perfect balance between ease and self-respect. It tells your care team that you value yourself and your health, and it encourages them to do the same. You deserve to be seen for who you are, not just what you're wearing, but dressing with care is one small way to help make that happen. Mistake 6, ignoring cleanliness or wearing unwashed clothes. One of the hardest truths about growing older is that sometimes the details of personal care slip through the cracks, especially when it comes to clothing. Busy schedules, pain, memory lapses, or even low spirits, can lead some seniors to wear the same outfit a few days in a row or skip laundry until it just can't be avoided. But arriving at a doctor's office in clothing that's stained, has an odor, or looks unwashed can affect the way you're treated and even the quality of your care. Cleanliness sends a message to medical professionals that you're attentive, motivated, and able to manage your daily life. When you show up in fresh, well-aired-for clothes, doctors and nurses are more likely to take you seriously and see you as an active partner in your health. On the other hand, unwashed clothes or neglected personal care can sometimes trigger negative assumptions or lead providers to focus more on social issues than on your medical concerns. Let's think about Bill, age 81, who lived alone and sometimes struggled to keep up with laundry. When he started showing up to his checkups in the same old shirt, his nurse became more focused on his living situation than on his heart condition. With a little help from his neighbor, Bill got on a regular laundry schedule, and soon his visits became less about his clothes and more about his actual needs. You don't have to wear fancy clothes to your appointments, just something clean and cared for. If laundry is tough, ask a friend or family member for help or see if your community offers support services. Remember, caring for yourself, even in small ways, helps you take charge of your health and shows those around you that you're invested in your own well-being. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we wrap up today's conversation about what not to wear to the doctor's office, I hope you'll remember just how much these small choices can shape your experience and influence the care you receive. Maybe you saw a bit of yourself in one of these mistakes, or maybe you're already making smart clothing choices each time you go. Either way, Taking a few minutes to plan your outfit is an act of self-respect and a signal to those around you that your health matters. Getting older comes with its own challenges, but it also brings wisdom, confidence, and the right to advocate for yourself. By avoiding overly complicated, uncomfortable, or neglected clothing, you make it easier for medical professionals to help you protect your dignity and remind yourself that you deserve to be seen and heard. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.